Did you know that an advanced technology already exists that's so huge it has changed everything from our knowledge of trading, our societal systems, our systems of governance, security, and practically how we see things as a whole? This technology is called cryptocurrency, and it wouldn't exist without a blockchain. Hi there, and welcome to Financial Freedom with Joe, where you get all crypto-related topics in their most simplified forms. In today's video, we will be looking at what a blockchain is, how it works, and some of the things blockchain can be used for. Please stick with us till the end of the video, and make sure to like and subscribe as this helps us reach more people like you interested in cryptocurrency. With that said, let's jump in. What is a blockchain? So a blockchain is a database where data is stored. It is a public ledger that stores all transactions on the network and does this with the help of many computers. But unlike regular databases that may have their database in one single location, these computers which serve as the database are located at different points worldwide. These computers at these various points are called nodes and are controlled by people or a group of people. Every transaction done on the blockchain is transparent, immutable, decentralized, and fast. I'll explain what these mean briefly, but before that, I'd like to explain how a blockchain works. How blockchain work? So this is how it works. All transactions or data from transactions on a blockchain are stored and secured in blocks. What happens next is when one block is filled with as much data as it can hold, it moves on to another new block to start saving new data all over again. And this goes on and on. However, to achieve orderliness in the system, a chain connects these already filled blocks to the next block. So at the end of the day, we end up having a long list of blocks filled with data, all connected by chains. From the looks of this explanation, one might say it's how the name blockchain came about. I guess that explanation was pretty simple enough, and now the next thing we want to do is look at the key properties of a blockchain that makes it what it is. I stated some of them in our definition of a blockchain, but I'll go over them in detail now. The first property is, it is immutable. Immutability means the impossibility for change to occur. In blockchain technology, this means that once the data of transactions are stored on the blockchain, it can't be changed. So, for example, if Joseph decided to send 4 Bitcoin from the 10 that he already has to his friend who has only 1, that transaction would be stored on a block. That block will say that Joseph now has 6 from the 10 he once had, and his friend now has 5 since Joseph sent him 4. This information is going to be available for everyone to see. Every node has a record that Joseph has 6 Bitcoin now, so Joseph cannot deny sending his friend 4 Bitcoin because the records are unchangeable, and there for anyone to see. Immutability is very good because the chances of fraud happening are pretty much impossible. All data are checked and seen by everyone on the blockchain. So remember when we talked about a blockchain having a network of computers called nodes, located at different points all around the world. These nodes are where data are stored, and they have the same copy of data on the blockchain. So to successfully change the data on the blockchain, you'd have to change the data at all the nodes, which is impossible because first, you don't even know where they all are, and secondly, how do you plan on getting there to do that? So this as a whole guarantees immutability. Number 2, it is transparent. From the analogy already given, we know that a blockchain is a public ledger, meaning it's open for the public to see. And also, we've established that every node has the same copy of data on the blockchain. If there is an error maybe in one of the nodes, easy corrections can be made using the other numerous nodes as a guide to update its data. This brings about transparency in the blockchain as all the transactions can easily be tracked and seen by anyone at any time they wish to. This also makes hacks so much more difficult to do as they need to be done at all the nodes to influence the blockchain, which tends to be an impossible journey. Number 3. It is decentralized. Decentralization means the characteristics of a thing to have no central controlling point. What this means in blockchain is that no central authority controls how things are done or how the system is run. The government doesn't control it. It allows people to do transactions directly within themselves without the need for a third party. For example, if Joseph decides to buy $1 million worth of Ethereum, no one would question him. This is because the government has no power over what happens and how much he can hold in terms of cryptocurrency. But this is not the case with our normal banking systems. If all of a sudden $1 million appears in your local bank account, which from statistics you couldn't have gotten even in 10 years, then the next minute the FBI will come knocking on your door waving those badges. Blockchain technology gives you the choice to be anonymous. Number 4. It is fast. Well, if you compare transactions done on the blockchain with those done on our native banks, you'll see a huge difference in the speed of transactions. It can take from 10 minutes to an hour for the transactions to complete depending on the network congestion at the time on the blockchain. But with banks, it can take even up to a week for certain amounts to be sent through. This is because blockchain allows people to transact directly with one another without any middleman or third party. Next, let's look at some of the problems blockchain solves. It solves the problem of speed of transactions. It helps to protect against fraud and hacks. It gives room for peer-to-peer transactions without having to involve a third party. It creates a safe space to do transactions since you can choose to be anonymous. It connects people from all races and ethnicity together and gives them a common ground. However, this is not all blockchain has to offer. It offers possible uses of blockchain, and we'll go through a few now. The most important and adopted use of blockchain right now is in trading. It makes it possible for cryptocurrency to be used as a means of exchange. Other possible uses are in tracking the mileage of cars. Over the years, there have been reports of cases involving vehicles with altered car mileage, making them look as though they are new so they can be sold for much higher prices. So this hack involves messing with the odometer of the car, clearing it out, and making them look like they haven't moved much at all. The odometers measure how many miles a car engine has traveled. Although there are measures put in place to help record the odometers of cars at routine checks. However, how many cars can be checked and how many vehicle sales are on the radars of these inspectors? Instead, things can be easier if the odometer of each car is connected to the blockchain so that all of its mileage can be recorded every single time. This will help buyers get all the information about the car they are buying and not fall for mileage scams. The data there can be trusted since the data stored on the blockchain are immutable. However, people are already ahead of us as a company in Germany is already on this and testing it out on a fleet of cars. Number 2. In voting. From investigation, a lot of voting systems have one issue in common: the possibility of the data from the election being altered. But if there was a system that could fix this problem, then voting would be better, diminishing voting hurdles by a large percentage. Blockchain technology can be introduced into the voting system since all data stored on the blockchain cannot be changed or altered. And again, the data is always transparent for everyone to see, so there's no fear of false results. As we speak, some companies are already working on it in Agora. Number 3. In the food industry. This is another tremendous area blockchain can be used. If implemented, blockchain technology can be used to trace a particular shipment of food whenever there is a delivery of a bad batch. So every shop that got the shipment can be tracked and compensated if need be, and also they can single out the particular batch rather than taking all of them out. This can help avoid further harm to consumers. Blockchain probably is the best technology we have ever come across, and we still have a lot to learn about it. However, what we have covered today is enough to get you started in your crypto journey. Well, this brings us to the end of today's video. If you enjoyed it, please consider liking the video and subscribing to our channel, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye.